Hello, we are here with Whitney, and Whitney is one of the interns here at the Aroma. And Whitney is from Chardon, Ohio, and her father is an Alliance pastor at the Freedom Alliance Church in Chardon. So, Whitney, how did you decide on the Aroma and Taipei for your internship?
Yeah, hi everyone. It's nice to meet you. I've actually had a long journey with Aroma. I first heard about it in the summer of 2023, and I was studying at the time at Geneva College. I studied international business, so I really wanted to get some international experience. And with my dad being an Alliance pastor, I had known about the Envision internships, so I decided to give it a try, and I ended up here in Taipei, and I have never looked back since.
And how long have you been here?
So I've lived here officially for about a year and a half, but I've known and been with the Aroma for about 3 years now.
So, can you describe some of the things that would maybe be considered culture shock when you got here?
Yeah, I feel like my biggest one is just because I lived in the countryside my whole life. But the transportation here took me so long to get used to. Just the buses and the subway, the MRT, just figuring out how to do all of that with the cards and the times, the directions, it was crazy. But also just taking my shoes off in the house, being quiet on the transportation, so many little things.
And you are in charge of Coffee Talk. And Coffee Talk is the most popular thing that happens here at Aroma. Is that your favorite, or are there other outreach activities that you're really drawn to?
I think Coffee Talk would have to be my favorite. I'm a little bit biased, but not just because I run it. I just have such a passion for the ministry that we're doing there. We get to reach out to so many different people and meet so many people. I get to teach them English, but also just share the light of Christ with them and share my story a lot of times, which is so fun. But also, I think the worship team is where my heart is at too. At Sunday morning, I love to just lead worship and worship with the whole church here.
So, when you're talking to some of the people at Coffee Talk, or really anywhere, how can you tell when the moment might be, I hate to use the word ripe, but ripe for maybe sharing a little bit of the gospel with a non-believer?
Yeah, I feel like this is something I'm still learning and I'm still getting better at, but I think when there's an opening, when they ask me questions about why I came here, is one of my favorite opportunities just to share a little bit about what I'm passionate about, bringing Jesus to the Taiwanese people. And then anytime they're really questioning like identity or their purpose in life, passions, that's been a lot of my friends here. We've gotten coffee or something and they'll just start saying like, oh, they've kind of like lost happiness or like lost their like sense of what they're supposed to be doing because they work all day every day.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of my favorite opportunities.
Awesome. Can you describe a time where you felt like you were able to plant a seed in a non-believer about Jesus?
Yeah, I feel like there's so many. I've had a lot of friends that I've been blessed with opportunities to share the gospel with, but there was one friend in particular that I met my first time here, and he was just really curious about why I was so happy and I wanted to come here, I wanted to live here, and I got the opportunity to share on multiple occasions with him about just why I was able to be happy even when I had a million things to do and my schedule was busy and I wasn't getting paid for the work I was doing. That was his biggest thing. And so he just really was interested in hearing more and kept wanting to like meet up, hear more, go out with all of our friends. And then after I left, I heard from someone here that he actually came to church a bunch of times, and he's currently studying abroad, so I haven't seen him in a while, but we still catch up with a bunch of our friends. So yeah, I think that's been one of my favorites.
That's awesome. And what is in the future for Whitney? What are some of your plans or goals?
Yeah, I feel like recently God's kind of blown up all of my plans, and so I've kind of just been surrendering what I want. But recently, I think my goal is that I would like to stay here to get my APRC, which is if you stay here 5 years and work, then you can get a residency that's more permanent. So I can leave and come back whenever I want. I don't need a visa. So that's currently my goal. My goal would be to stay and help out at Aroma, do coffee talk. I teach English for my day job, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, my current goal is just to stay here and keep pursuing the dream that God has given me here with the people, and then see from there.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.